Hello, welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we're looking at two things. Adorable owls, which are the cutest little things. You've got sort of a birthday one with a hat on, you've got a bow tie, you've got a little flying one, big eyes, hoot hoot, you're so cute, it's your day, my friend. Just lovely, and these are available during Saleabration. Now Saleabration can't open it quite yet, but it runs from the 5th of January, so not long now, until the end of February. And for every anything that you purchase from the mini catalogue, which runs from January to April, or the annual catalogue, you can get this one if you spend £45, totally free. So you can't actually buy it without buying something else, but it's a freebie, and who doesn't love freebies? So if you're placing an order after Christmas for anything from papers to whatever, you spend £45, you can get this one for free. They always do a cutesy one every year, and this year it's owls, so we're going to do something with the owls, and we're also going to team it with a background in Country Bouquet. Now Country Bouquet is in the new mini catalogue. I know that all of my customers have received their mini catalogue, so are ready and placing their wish lists and everything now ready for the 5th of January, so that they can then place their orders and take advantage of Saleabration. And this is called Country Bouquet, and it comes with a coordinating punch called Country Bouquet Punch. They've actually made it very easy now. We always had different names of the punches to the stamps so that you never knew which ones went with which. Now it's exactly the same. So Country Bouquet Punch goes with Country Bouquet. It's a lovely one for Valentine's or for hearts or for anything like that. And I'm going to do it as a card to send to a friend. So I love that we are friends, and I'm going to use some of the hearts, and we're going to use the owls as well. So it's a nice sort of card to send to a friend. So what I've done already is I have taken a background of Sweet Sorbet. Now, as I've always said, cut your bits and pieces from your backing because they won't show. We've then got a mat of white to go over the top, and that is going to be 1/4 of an inch smaller. And then I've taken 2 circles. So we've got a circle to go on here, and then we've got a little circle inside. So that's going to be our base. And I'm going to do a few with this because it works very well and it uses minimum paper. So all you've got is one background piece, but you actually cut everything out of it. Now I turned around and said that I'm taking I Love That We Are Friends. So from the stitched rectangles, I've used that shape. And we're going to put that down on here. So everything is matted, and we've got everything done from the one piece of background. So a tip, use all your background pieces. So we're going to do the owl from this piece. So I can put that one there, and we're going to do our background first with the Country Bouquet. So colours I've chosen are Mint Macaron, Blushing Bride, and the Sweet Sorbet. So quite nice soft colours, because we're going from winter coming into spring now, so we need to sort of pick up those colours. And because we're using the Country Bouquet, we want it to be really pretty. So background ones for this, I'm going to do, let's take this out of the way so we can just use this, and I'm going to do some hearts. So I'm going to take the heart out. Now you'll notice that the heart is attached to the smaller heart. Reason being is it makes it very easy when you punch it out and you want it to come in perfectly to line up for punching. If you want it as a background, all you have to do is to put it on the block, and there's enough of the space in between here that you don't need to. You could cut it off if you want to. I don't really like cutting things off, so I'm going to leave it as it is. And I'm going to do these ones in the sweet sorbet. So I'm going to just stamp it down on here, or ink it up there, so that it comes in, but it doesn't come into the other part. And I'm just going to do some randoms in on here. Now this is really rather nice because you get a light and a dark in it. So I'm just, as I said, just alternating it like that. Okay, so that's that piece. And let me get my Simply Chamois. And while I'm doing that, I'm looking at these to see what other pieces I want to fill in. So I am going to do, and we can add other bits in as we go. I'm going to leave this one for a minute because I might come back with a smaller heart. In fact, I probably will. But I want to have this little flower, I think. So the little flower, I'm going to take that with, I think I'm going to have that in the mint macaron. I know it's got flowers in it, but I think it will work for the background piece. I could do it in the pink. No, I'm going to do it in the mint macaron, I think. Or the pink. Oh, I'm dithering, aren't I? Okay, let's do it in the pink. Because it's got flowers in it, I'm going to do it in the pink. So let's just take some of this. I'm going to stamp it first because it's the first time I've used it. Yes, that's going to be pretty. So we're going to take one in on there. I'm going to take one in on there. I'm going to turn it round and I'm going to take one that way. And I'm going to take one that way. Okay, so we've got 4 in of that one. And this is how I like building up backgrounds and things, just sort of taking different colours as we go and just seeing what happens. So we now need to do some things with the mint macaron, don't we? Now we've got all of these lovely pretty flowers which make up a big heart here, but I think they're going to be a bit big. I quite like these sort of sprigs. So have we got sprigs in on here? Are the sprigs separate? Yes, we have. Okay, so I'm going to take some of these sprig pieces. Which look quite sweet, and they're 2 different types of sprigs, so let's have a little look and see what they look like. As I say, we're stamping together. It's the first time of me using it, but I like to do a few things with new pieces so that we get an idea of how they stamp, what we like, how we can put them together. And that's why if you do it as a background, let's do that one again. Yes, that's going to work nicely. Okay, so I think with this one, I'm just going to take it up. I'll have one there. I've got the other one as well. I can do that out the side, can't I? So I'm going to take this just up the middle like this. Just turning it a little bit as I go. Like that. Okay, so that's quite a nice leaf. I like that. Then we can take the other leaf pattern and see what that looks like, and we'll do that in green as well. So I'm just going to put that one on the top for the minute. Pop that one on. This looks like a straighter one, so I think this one is going to come. Now, do I do it? I might do it the opposite way up. So we've got them coming one direction and the other. So this is going to come that way. And I think we'll just have 3. So again, it just depends where your spaces are. That's very tight in there, so I can put another one in there, and I can have another one there. Okay, so we've got spaces still to fill in, which is where it's quite nice that you do your backgrounds. As long as you're working one area and continuing a pattern through, it will always work relatively well. Okay, now we've got these little hearts, which are quite nice, and we've got filled and we've got non-filled. So I think I want the filled ones, which are these ones. So let's see what colour we want those in. I think I'm going to do some more of the red. So let's have the sweet sorbet. We're going to put some more of that in. And let's just dot these about. So we'll have one there. And one in on that corner. So as you can see, I'm literally just sort of dotting them about. Do I want another one in? I think that's probably all right with those, but I am going to use some of the other one, and I know I've got 4 and we normally do odds, but because that one's right at the top corner, I don't want to add another one in of the bright red. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take the other, which is the little hearts with the filled in or open ends, and I'm going to take those in the Blushing Bride. And again, you can do whatever colours you want. I'm just let's take one there. Oh yes, that's quite nice. I can take it down there, take it up there. These are quite tight together, some of these. Might get one just in like that. Now, do we think that that's enough? Maybe take another one just in like that. So I quite like these as fill-ins. They actually work quite nicely because it doesn't matter if they come across at all. Put that one in on there. So I'm just going to do quite a few of these to just fill in the paper. So we've got this in little spaces and things like that. So you can see that I'm going, because the dark, it doesn't matter if it comes over. I think that's probably about right. Maybe just one down on there. And then one, that's the thing, once you've started, you just want to keep going on it, don't you? But that I think's fine. So now we've got a rather nice background, which we are going to, and you could use pattern paper, you know, you could use any form of designer series paper that we've got. We've got some lovely ones that I've been showing you that are free in the Saleabration catalogue, but I thought it would be nice to use some of the stamp sets that I bought, because as I said, you know, when you invest in a stamp set, you want to be using it again and again and again. So that's always my thing. So that's our background. So let's have a look and see how that is going to work on here. I think it's going to work perfectly. My mount is going to be a little bit higher at the top because I've cut that quite near, but you can see that works perfectly. Now you could just leave it like that and have that as a Valentine's card, you know, or a card to just say hello to somebody with, you know, I like hearts all the year round. You know, I don't tend to just use them for Valentine's Day. I will do cards with hearts in all year round because I really like them. So this is going to come, as I say, it's going to be a little bit higher at the top. That's only because I cut it like that, but I don't think it'll matter that much. Okay, so that's our background done. Now we need to work on the little owl. So we know what our colours are, and I'm going to have this little owl, which is the, I've done a few in different things to practice. So we're going to have the little flying owl because I kind of like him. I think he's one of my favourites. So we're going to put him on here. And because we're using blends, we want to use a water-soluble ink so that it doesn't bleed through. And so we're using Memento. So I need to just make sure that's inked up nicely. And then we can put it in on the centre of the image like that, or as near to the centre as we can get it. Give it a good press, pick it up, and there we've got our little owl. I love those little owls. I do think they're quite sweet. I say I don't do too many cutesy cards, but you know, when you get a set like this, I think that the eyes of these really make it look really pretty, and hopefully you can see you don't have to do them in, you can do them in any colour you like. So I'm using, I want them to be quite soft, so I'm using pinks and green for the eye. So we're going to have the dark pink, and again you can use whatever ones you want. So I'm hopefully, no, it's not going to come out that way. There we are, it'll have to come out this way. Hopefully I've got, so this is the dark. So I'm going to go up. And you can see I'm almost at the end of it. So I'm just going to go up and up his little ears with the dark. And down on there. Now I've had this one a long time, so it is it's quite difficult to, it won't come out the other end. Let's see if this one will come out the other end. No, I don't think this one will either. Oh yes, it will. Good, right. So I like doing the bullet point because it's a bit finer. So I'm just going to go in and do up in on here. So I can blend this in a bit and go down into his little wings. And down on his little tummy. Now you can colour all of him, but I quite like to leave some of it just as is, if you see what I mean. So I quite like to leave, I can go back and do the, because his eyes and things are so bright. Now let's see if I can get this one off. No, because it's pulling out the middle. No. Very frustrating sometimes, but the older ones seem to do it a lot more. So I'm just going to do this again in just a bit darker. So we just have a bit of shadow up over his eyes, and then I am going to do some a little bit darker on his wings. Just in the centre of his wings. It's not easy for me to do it because this one isn't. Maybe just underneath his tummy, just a tad. It's very difficult because this is, the tip of this one is nearly gone. I need to invest in a new one, but I haven't, so many other things that I wanted to buy that I haven't done that yet, but I will do. So we can now just do that up again. Blend these bits through. And then we need to have a, we need his beak and his feet, but I want to do his little eyes. So his eyes are, what's this one? Dark mint macaron is what I'm going to use, because we've got the mint macaron. So there's a little dot you can see, so you need to just colour around the eye, but not go into that little dot, because that gives the brightness. And as I say, this is, there are some people that are really excellent colourists. I just do things, as you know, quite quickly, quite easily. All I need to do now is to have a yellow, and I haven't got any yellow blends. Mine have all run out now, so I'm going to use our Stamping Right markers. So you can use all sorts of different colouring mediums, and I'm going to use the fat tip of this because I just want to do his little beak, or her little beak, in the orange. And I could actually do it in the smaller one, so I can get round the edges like that, and then the little feet. So as I say, if you haven't got alcohol markers, you can use pencils, as we did for something the other day, or you can use the Stamping Right markers, whatever you want really. There we go. So that's the little feet. So he's a rather cute, sweet little owl. And as I say, I don't think I'm going to see now once it's together, but we've got this. We've then got the background piece on here. So I can put that in across like that, and then have this coming down there. And I think that works perfectly. Yes, I don't need to put any more on this little owl. What I might just do, so it doesn't blend into the background quite as much, is to take the pail, and I was able to take the bullet point off the pail, wasn't I? And I'm just going to do very lightly just round the outside of his face, round here, just with the pail, and then bring that just down on here. Because then it just gives a little bit of an outline without it being too much, and then it makes it just a little bit, you can see it just gives a little bit of an outline on there, so the owl sticks out a bit more. So we're going to put the little owl on here, and if you wanted to, you could cut the owl out and then stick it up, but I thought it's not an easy shape to do, so I thought that it would work better if we literally just did it like this, and then, as I say, we can put this one in on top, and I'm going to put that up with dimensionals, and then we'll have the other bit with dimensionals. So let me just grab my dimensionals, get my box out. So I'm going to put these, we want large or standards, don't think we want, oh, I've just taken one off of there, got one caught on the back of some oh, I don't know, something that was in there. Right, let's put these on here. So we'll have 3 like that. We can have 2 on here like that. Okay, so we're going to put this one up first. And then this one is going to go just in the middle on here. So I want it in on the outside, like that. And then we can have our little sentiment. I want that to come in over the top like this. I could have it down on there. I think there, because then I can keep the heart part in. So that comes like that. So all I need to do is now mount it onto a backing. But you can see you've got a lovely, lovely image. The owl is cute. And what I was going to do, which I've forgotten to do, was I was going to take one of these little hearts and just give the owl a little heart. So let's scrap of paper. Let me find that stamp that will do. Oh, no, it wasn't in that one, was it? It's not in the owls. It's in the, let's get this one. Here we go. That's the little heart I want. I don't know whether it's going to be too big. I don't think it will be. I think it'll be just fine. So, do you remember we said that it's stuck on both sides so that you get the right angle? So, if I take this and put it in on here, I know that it's got to come upside down this way, and then I can put it in the punch. So I'm going to take the sweet sorbet. Here we go. Let's take the sweet sorbet. And then we're going to put the, just take the heart out of there. It doesn't matter so much if it did come over the top, because we're stamping it out. So that's the heart. This is the punch. So we need to put this in on here. Have I done it the right way? I haven't done it the right way, have I? I've done it upside down. Let's put it, it needs to come upside down that way. Yes. I got myself a bit confused on here, didn't I? It needs to come that way, yes. Down at the bottom instead of up at the top. Okay, means I can do another one afterwards, but I just don't want to have to put it onto, you can always cut it, put it on a post-it note to take it in, but I wanted to hopefully just get it in down on here, which I'm hoping I can just about do. Yes, I can. So I'm going to take it in like that and then punch it out. So we've got this really cute little heart, and then I can put the heart over on his wings like that. I want to work out where I want to put it actually. I don't think, I think it's too big to go on there. I think I'm going to just put it on the side to just add a little bit of something. So let me just take the dimensional and I'm just going to put it in to just give a little bit of dimension, and I'm just going to put it in on here like that. There we go. That's just given a little bit of extra in on there, and I could put a few little twinklies or something, or a gem in the centre, which I might do, but that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching me. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.